You think that would stop me from recording a video?
What would? Tyler just said that a house fire wouldn't stop him from recording a video.
That's how much I love you guys. I'd burn to a crisp if it was for a single minute of content.
They actually love the content. Speaking of content, 2 videos in one day. One of them isn't a news video. Well, neither of them are, but they both are. But they're better than that.
Both bigger than news.
Well, either way, yeah, because the trailer came out today, so which means Experimental Branch did as well. That's how it works. It doesn't have to come out on Thursday, Tyler. The actual update does, though, I guess. Either way, these are the patch notes, like the initial patch notes, which will be the ones that you'll see actually in game. But a lot of changes will still be made since or after this point, up until it actually comes out. So this first part is just the very intro of the trailer, so we don't really need to go through it, because it's just... Oh, the Rockpox is here. Oh dear. It was actually the description of the trailer.
Ugly head, stuff like that. Yeah, it's everything.
Okay, so we've got new event, Meteor Impact, which is... well, that's before this is the event. Meteors can just randomly appear. You have to run... This is basically the script for the trailer, Tyler.
Right.
Hundreds of infected meteoroids as gravitational forces tear it apart. Every single one has carried with it a dormant form of rockpox, and each one represents a clear and present danger. Blah, 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 blah. If one happens during your
missions, so it doesn't happen during deep dives or anything. Just a normal mission.
Yep. Clear out the impact zone immediately, because there'll be a big red circle if you haven't seen the trailer. Or you should probably watch that. And they'll give you powerful rock cracker modules, and you'll hook them up, because, you know, we got to build pipelines in everything. Hooked up and maintained while they crack it open. So what's it summon then, I guess, is my question then. What specific enemies, or would it just be everything? Well, it says it will attract the locals, but will there be things coming out of it to infect them? I bloody well hope so.
I don't think the infection's actually really started yet, right?
Yeah, I had to pause.
Yeah.
That wasn't on recording.
Then you continue to wherever you remember.
Okay, this is important. The hearts themselves are highly prized by the R&D department, with a script awarded at season terminal for every 6 plague hearts you bring back, as we thought. But do you actually get 6 from... Can you get 6 from every single one?
No.
Or is it like 5 or 4 from every single one?
3. Both times we see them interacting with it, they've had 3.
Yeah, but is it like you get them gradually, though? Because it'll feel a bit weird if you... I mean, I guess that's how the core lock works. You just kill it and it drops 3 shards, but I would like it if you could actually fail, but still get a couple of the hearts out of it, because you've got them along the way. That's how I would hope it works.
So what, like it gets harder and harder and you have to like...
Well, no, not necessarily harder and harder, but you could still fail at any point.
It looks like once, you know, you kill things for a while and then it detonates and reveals like a couple plays.
Well, what I'm saying, if you're guaranteed 3 every time, if you complete it, then it might as well just be 1, and you have to get 2 for each script. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Oh wow, look at this. New warning, lithophage outbreak, or lithophage. When you play a mission with a lithophage outbreak warning, you'll encounter an area in which the plague hearts are grown into full contagion spikes, rapidly spreading across the cave. All missions with this warning will come with 2 main objectives. Huh? Well, you know, I'm not surprised. This is where it should have gone. The lithophage outbreak objective. First, you will need to destroy the rockpox contagion spikes and the spreading corruption with R&D's brand new anti-contaminant tools. Be extra mindful of the creeping tide of plague larvae. Yeah. You prepare for swarms of glyphids that have already been struck by the rockpox and seek to disrupt your endeavours. And you will still need to complete the normal mining objective. Fighting the rockpox is critical, but it does not pay the bills. The order in which you tackle these tasks is entirely up to you. So, we missed the trick. We should have looked on the trailer if this is actually what slot this occupies. As in, I think this is basically primary objective part 2. And because I think it would say if it replaces the secondary objective.
Which is wild.
And that's what makes this important. That it's a secondary primary objective. Yeah.
They're carrying over that deep dive only feature to the main game, and they're doing it in a pretty rad way. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
I think
yes.
it's mentioned they be prepared for swarms of glyphids that have already been struck by the rockpox. So it really is just glyphids, right? Like if it was ever in question, they just haven't decided to show it.
Yep, 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 yep.
Yeah, we're only going to
All
be
right,
looking at grunts
guys.
and Saurians.
Damn it. Oh, well, okay, hold on. Rockpox infection. As if it's not bad enough that lithophage is devouring the very rock beneath your feet, once the contagion spike matures, so I guess they're not matured from the beginning, it begins to grow pulsating pods filled with larvae, seek out victims en masse, and take them over. So far, both grunts and Praetorians have been sighted stumbling around covered in rockpox growths. And yeah, we got our grunts and Praetorians. Do not bother attacking it directly. They can take a tremendous amount of damage and still keep going. We're not even sure if they're still really alive. Well, there you go. What did we say? If you aim for the glowing rockpox spores covering their bodies, you can even take a Praetorian down in just a few shots. Oh, so they go down in like one shot, I guess. The actual spots.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you basically can't do anything to them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is kind of what I thought they'd be. You sound. I want to address your irritation. No, Dreadnought, Harry.
It doesn't say it, does it?
No.
But I know what Dreadnought looks like.
Yeah, but it would have to say it. Yeah. All right.
Beans.
Cleaning tools. To help you with rockpox infestation and neutralize the contagion spikes, R&D has whipped up some tools.
Yeah.
The Lithophoma and the Lithovac. Both will be needed to neutralize and cleanse the area affected by the rockpox.
The process is quite simple.
We saw the trailer, but
yeah. Apply a coating of lithofoam to the blisters. Yep. Surrounding the spike. So not the spike, not just the random red shit. The blisters, the big yellow balls. The foam begins working on contact, chemically bonding to the rockpox while loosening the grip it has on the rock, and then use the lithovac to suck up the foam and the rockpox it is bonded to. Once enough of the surrounding rockpox is cleared, the contagion spike will collapse, taking any rockpox remaining in the area with it. So what happens if you just shoot it then? Nothing, I guess. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but
Probably.
fine.
Yeah. Might get agitated.
Grenades, you say?
Yeah.
The voltage. There were plenty of. Yeah.
This really is the script.
This is the script. You're right.
Yeah.
Voltaic stun sweeper and scout gun handle electric boomerang. We went through sort of the stats that it showed us.
Yeah.
One of his favourite power tools. What do you mean?
Yeah. Apparently, it's a repurpose of his drills. It's implied, I think. Actually, no, wait. It's just implying saws, right? Because these, that's a power tool.
Yes. Yeah. As we know, it goes along the ground and up sheer walls. The engineers worked closely with R&D, and they successfully made a portable robotic swarm from captured and reprogrammed shredder drones, but they're tiny. Still, right on the ground to activate a very own posse of hack. I won't. I literally won't. So yeah, the shredders are interesting because we saw they are actually entities of some kind. It seems like they might work on a health basis as well. They actually have health and will be attacked by enemies, and you can slap them. And so this is the stuff that you should be watching the trailer breakdown. The trailer breakdown. The lead burster.
This is basically the script of that.
Yeah, because Gunner gets a grenade with a gun on it. I wouldn't say the grenade's got a gun on it. I'd say the grenade is a gun.
It's just a turret, really. I think that's
a very short lifetime.
I think that needs to be stated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it shoots out more bullets than the turret has.
All right, we'll get to that in a moment. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't see anything. As we continue our exploration of Foxes, it only makes sense that we get more sites. You could expect to see dozens of new cave shapes on missions now, with a special emphasis on point extraction missions, which have been sorely lacking for a while. Which is cool. We knew about this before. They were pretty open about this. They're adding, I think it was 12 new formations, 4 of which were point extraction, something like that.
Oh, it says dozens of new cave shapes.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe a dozen configurations. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, a dozen is 12.
Tyler, you said... You daft. It says dozens.
Yeah, 12. Just relied on my pick again.
You idiot. Apparently, we know what we're both idiots, but I think I was actually wrong on this one. We are back. We had a bit of discrepancy about what the word dozens means, because whatever. Fuck me.
Yeah, I thought it meant multiple dozens. I just thought it meant the same as dozen.
I mean, how could?
And
why wouldn't it?
Yeah,
is that not the actual assumption?
I don't know, but all I do know is
all I do know is that there's a brand new performance pass with another 100 levels of unlocks, alongside an all-new cosmetic tree loaded to the Guilds of Cosmetics. Ugh.
Yeah.
As we saw in the trailer. But now we're about to get to, not the meat. The meat was the trailer. This is the pudding, which is the stuff that we want to see. Starting with what's going on here. Rival content. These will be focusing on the lithophage. We've modified the various rival events. Modified. I think we're on the money. The rival presence warning and industrial sabotage mission. Industrial sabotage mission is now treated as any other mission, including a slightly more streamlined, lower complexity version. Also available on the mission map and in deep dives. Tweak the mission a bit. Reduce minimum time to generator. Good stuff. Increase transmitter node connection range a bit. But I do assume that the lower complexity one would have to have a one less hacking.
Probably one.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
We'll probably get it, but they'll probably say, but yeah. I imagine it'll be like a longer length.
You're naughty.
Yeah.
Tweak the rival patrol bots based on what we've been hearing on the grapevine. Reduce bot acceleration / deceleration a bit, so the bot's now a little easier to track. Reduce damage of burst shots. Reduce damage of sniper shots. Reduce the speed and maneuverability of the homing missiles. While the patrol bots can't be frozen solid, freezing them will still make their metal brittle and impart the stat. Fucking hell, they've made them pathetic. Oh, increase the amount of heat damage required to set patrol bots on fire. Damn, that really balances it all out.
Cool.
It doesn't. It doesn't. They've been. It's like,
I think you've got to acknowledge what this is, right? This is them being done with the robots, so they're just giving the people what they want and moving on.
Other presence warning is also now part of standing one of rotations. Yep. 3 rival events have been added to the general event pool with probabilities similar to the other events. They will no longer grant you script or bonus performance points, but just give credits and XP. That's just very expected. Fair enough. Yeah. Assignments.
Right. No, I want to sit on this for a little longer because this is pretty big. Because what?
Oh yeah, hold on. This is big. This is something that we really wanted to know about, isn't it? And it's
yeah. Like, not just because this is pretty cool generally. Now finally knowing what we're going to do with the content, but this is also the future of any content we do get, right? This is a spyglass into that because it's the first time it's happening.
That is correct, but at the same time, the game's it's just not in a state where it's as cluttered as it will be one day. This is a method that is subject to change still because it's not. I don't think it's always going to work.
I think this is pretty interesting. I think both thing we can both agree on. Industrial sabotage becoming a normal mission is fucking cool.
Well, they did exactly what they should have done to it.
Yeah, they make it more reasonable, reasonable to do, reducing the inconvenience of it. And I mean, it also implies that it will now be in assignments. Industrial sabotage is going to be in rotation.
Yep. Which is pretty cool, man.
And maybe even deep dives, probably.
They actually mentioned deep dives in it.
Realistically, I think that really kind of should have been how it is from the beginning, but I guess it made it feel a bit bigger, a bit special, so I'll give it that. But
probably should have been that way
rotation for a year
in season 2.
Yeah, season 2 should have brought it in. I think having it be special for a season and then bring it into the normal game is probably how they should do things. But yeah, the rifle bot tweaks really just do feel like them just kind of dumbing them down because everyone's having an issue with them. I like the fact that now freezing's viable against them, don't get me wrong.
That should apply to
more difficult.
All of them, but maybe the turrets aren't really weak, and maybe the turrets aren't strong enough to really excuse that.
Well, yeah, I think that's the interesting thing is that
because they didn't decrease its health.
I mean, patrol bots were like the main thing that people had an issue with, right? Like they were the main figurehead, but people had an issue with like all the other robots as well, right? but they didn't bend the knee for every other robot. The Nemesis has not been touched, right? Even though people complain about the Nemesis. So I guess they acknowledged that the patrol bots were a bit much, apparently. And so they've toned them down a bit. I like that, it's mainly the speed of it, or like, I don't know, it's damage and speed. And obviously now the elements are a bit more favorable. Well, other elements.
Neurotoxin didn't get any poison, I should say, actually, because there's explosive chemical bolts and neurotoxin. Oh well, no matter.
I think they were never going to be good.
So they pretty much nailed it.
Warning, knew that was going to occur.
Well, they pretty much nailed it specifically in regards to what's already there. But like I said, the game isn't as cluttered as it will be. So I mean, I guess it works in the sense of the events being added to the event pool. Although, what event pool, right? What event pool, right? Is that what slot is this?
Probably not. It's not going to be clashing with the machine event pool, I doubt, right? I think they're probably different. I mean, they say similar to the Corlock, but I think that's more referring to the rewards you get.
I think it might be that though, because they're the only things that represent miscellaneous events. Is actually Betsy and, well, not even Betsy. It's very odd. We'll have to kind of see how that really plays out. But for now, it seems like the right thing to do. And maybe it's a new slot that all of these seasonal events will go into.
The rival events, I think the rival events, when they were actual like seasonal events, I think they literally took over other events. Oh, yeah. Let's
go. What?
I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah, probably.
So I've had enough of the rivals. Right. Assignment variety.
A lot of people have.
What? We've added mission. Oh, there you go. Look at that. We've added mission variety to all recurring assignments, such as the promotion assignments. This way, you no longer need to do the same missions every time you promote. Wait, is that how it worked? Explains why you get escort duties every time.
Right.
Additionally, the industrial sabotage mission went. Yeah, there you go. Well, what do you know?
Okay, that's them stating that. Yeah.
Liars. Plaguefall assignments. We're also doing something a little bit different for the season assignment this time around. Instead of doing one long assignment and breaking it into two shorter parts. Very nice. I don't know how that will be represented. As in, things will be different about it. At least one of them, the warning will be in there as just like, do the warning. Also, we've added points as a reward from these new season assignments. Ooh, lovely. Lovely jubbly.
I think breaking them up into two shorter parts, I think that's interesting, because are they both going to be there immediately? Because then there's no real point, right? Maybe they're going to split it into, one now, one halfway through the season kind of thing.
Well, that's exactly what they should do, but it doesn't say that, does it?
That's what they should do, but it's not really implied, is it?
No.
Probably just not locking you into the assignment.
Right! Are you ready?
This is like, I mean, this was all pudding. Like what we just went through was pudding. We are now on like, I don't know what.
We're in the vomitorium.
Yeah, we are having, I don't know, just ecstasy at this point.
The after eights.
This is it. This is chill. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, not that I like them.
As usual, R&D found a bit of time to tune tweaks on the weapons. EPC. Okay, this is all about Flying Nightmare. Remove the damage bonus. Huh?
Oh.
Converted a large part of the charge shot to fire damage. Increased the radius penalty slightly. Merged hot plasma. Whoa! Whoa! Burning knife. What the fuck? Plasma splash. They added plasma splash.
They removed heavy hitter fire.
No, they put it in one upgrade with Flying Nightmare. That's crazy.
Flying Nightmare is a charged ability.
Yeah, so you have them both.
Heavy hitter fire.
Of course you can.
Wait, what does this? No, because I think it's
the merge, Tyler. It doesn't say
it's using the fire damage in the charge.
Yeah, because they merged them, but I think it's still going to have the normal shots do fire as well.
If it's both, then hell yeah.
I know it sounds a bit crazy. I wish it was a little bit clearer, but I do think it is just both at the same time, and that's why they nerfed Flying Nightmare itself a little bit.
Could be.
That is so weird though.
Flying Nightmare, yeah. I think because they noticed that Fire Nightmare was never really used. I think it was by far the least picked.
Yeah, but Tyler, is Plasma Splash going to get picked?
Thing because there's the fire one that was strong. I don't know. Let's have a look.
Well, okay, hold on.
New upgrade. Normal shots have some of their damage changed from direct to area. I mean, it's at least worth trying. I mean, that'd be good heavy hitter.
But the problem is,
used for that.
It so obviously suits the Drac more than the EPC, unless because I think with the EPC it would work if they changed it all to area damage. That would be interesting. But like, you don't have really enough shots, in my opinion, for this to be worth using. But if heavy hitter affects this, right, then you would have stronger AoE from the normal shots.
Yeah.
Either way, that is interesting and definitely worth. I mean, adding new upgrades is always awesome. Like, this is cool because with the last update with the Sludge Pump, they merged the armor breaking one with the base weapon. They just gave it armor breaking, but they didn't add another T5 mod.
Driller's getting a lot of love.
This is what they should do. I think this is the only Driller changes. So I think it would have them all, and then unless I don't know, maybe it comes back.
Well, what's next then?
Well, what do you think? Increase base damage. Oh, what? Hold on. Okay, increase the base weapon damage by 1, but remove the base weak point bonus. Increase base magazine size from 25 to 30. Adjusted base ammo to match the new mag size. I guess so. It's unchanged. I don't know. Added a new reload speed upgrade to T1. Okay. Increase the T2 ammo upgrade bonus from 100 to 120. Fair enough. Increase the bonus of damage upgrades. Removed the T3 damage upgrade. Is that because it's on the base weapon? Moved T4 rate of fire upgrade to T5. Moved T5 stun upgrade to T4. They just swapped them. What?
Yeah.
Well, that's weird, isn't it?
Well, I mean, generally, I mean, the numbers aren't huge increase, but that's basically all the deep core needed.
I'm still not convinced about this, to be honest, unless they... Because the only way to get away with this, in my opinion, is if...
I mean, we haven't seen maybe if they've interacted with the, what's it?
Well, yeah, AI stability engine, but it should be the weak point mod that's made stronger, not a specific overclock. And they haven't changed that mod. Not mentioned here.
Yeah.
I disagree with that, to be honest.
Well, maybe they want to take the deep core away from being a weak point based assault rifle.
Yeah, but
weapon.
We'll see, because obviously they've added some damage in various places.
Deep core can be general.
They moved one of the damage upgrades.
Overall ammo increase. Yeah. I think it's pretty interesting. Very
interesting. Okay. Hold on, let's get them all up. But it's some Electrifying reload. Adjusted the magazine's and ammo penalty to match the new base makes sense. Increased up. What? You mean increased?
Increased up.
The damage electrocution effect. Made it do a bit of extra electric damage for every bullet that is in the enemy when you trigger the effect. Wow!
Oh my god, electrifying reload buff.
Does that mean it would work against dreadnoughts in some way? I think so.
Probably. Bullets of mercy.
It's basically like a mini electric damage, like embedded detonators. Like very mini. Pretty
much. That's what it was supposed to.
But it's a mercy. Increased magazine size penalty.
Increase the magazine size penalty.
Well, yeah, because it will still make it the same amount because it was 25 down to 20. Now it'll be 30 down to 20. Increase the damage bonus. Yeah. Not bad. Probably didn't need a buff, but.
Well, everyone was complaining.
I did it.
Damage penalty from -2 to -1. Increase weak point bonus slightly. Yeah, so AI stability is now weak point.
It's now usable.
Damage. Come on.
Oh, M1000 is all over. Oh, that's about to come back. Okay, M1000 is all overclocks. Electrocuting focus shot. Increased damage and duration, good, but we need to know the numbers to know if it's good enough. Super cooling chamber, increased focus damage bonus. Added a large, oh my god, it's the sniper! Added a large focus weak point bonus multiplier. Added magazine size penalty, reduced the ammo penalty slightly. That works conceptually. I think especially with the added weak point bonus multiplier, that's a good addition. So,
that this is the one that was like really garbage, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's just a big damage unstable one. So I think I will make
increase the damage.
I will
a
make the
large weak
prejudgment.
point.
I think it's been saved, but possibly still not in comparison to hipster. Where's the
Maybe,
hipster
but
nerf, guys?
Yeah,
All right.
I don't think they could, in good faith, do that.
No, they just move some of the ammo to the
But
gun.
yeah, I mean, this is pretty wild. Yeah, like, they're buffing
No
things
weapon
that people definitely
balancing.
think
We're
should
not
be
having done
buffed.
any weapon balancing this update.
Yeah, yeah. Right. Sawata, let's. See
Someone's
what
selling
they've done to this.
porcupines. Oh, oh god.
Not much.
Whoa! Now, okay, so this is interesting. Tier 5 Macterotoxin coating upgrade now adds corrosive damage. Change name to acid coated bullets. No, so this doesn't mean it applies corrosion, by the way. This means it does corrosive damage, which is a damage type, and that will have various strengths and weaknesses. Although I still doesn't really explain how it'll work, to be honest. Do you only get the corrosive damage with the bonus against Mactera?
I think people would be very weirded out if they were shooting acid coated bullets and didn't get corrosion appear.
Well, that's the thing is, that's as far my understanding is that's not what that sentence means technically.
I also don't know why they changed the Mactero. Why couldn't they just make a new one? They only have 2 tier 5s on the
Well, because that one's just useless, and I think they'd rather make a new just damage boost across the board. That's going to be difficult to balance though, because the way that would work, I guess, if it just adds corrosive damage, that's just going to be an across the board damage increase. So it needs to be weaker in terms of bonus it adds than volatile bullets, which I'm sure it will be, but still, this is more universal, which is very, very cool, very good.
Very cool.
There's no the thing is, there's no way that can be bad because no one was using Macterotoxin coating anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, look at that. Wave cooker. Complex lens now works properly.
Is that the one that only added 1?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Good.
Is that it? Is that it on the wave cooker? Zukov's gas recycling added a significant armor breaking bonus. We win! That's exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it should do. Just body shots. If you take away the weak point bonus, give it armor breaking. That's how it should work. And they did it.
Yeah.
So that's just big good. Here we go. Right, so that's all the weapon stuff. No gunner, no engineer.
Pretty good.
Anyway,
balance.
community requests, new shouts on the laser pointer. Well, yeah, obviously. Added an extra loadout slot. Just the one though.
Who gives a fuck? More looks.
Yeah, good. More looks, not loadouts.
Yeah.
Fashion. Yeah. Okay, added the miner's manual terminal each of the cabins on the space rig. This is very good because people need to see the miner's manual. Yeah, it was in a teaser. Yeah. People need to see this, so it's good that they put it in the cabin. They should have it like literally glowing, like with googly eyes popping out of it.
They've got like red foam arrows pointing down at it.
Yeah. Actually, you should have to look at it before you exit your cabin.
Right.
Implemented local blacklists as well.
This is interesting.
We now have the ability. Okay, they got authoritarian to block specific players from your games.
Oh,
you can ban people from your own lobbies, like just like forever. That's good. Only on Steam though at the moment.
Right. All right.
Okay. Oh, that's it. Miscellaneous. Made fixes to improve game optimization. Vanity items in the wardrobe are now sorted. DLC first, then by it was already DLC first. Then by name, which I assume is alphabetically. Before the items would appear in the order loaded and could change between each run of the game. I never noticed that. Pickaxe parts will sort in the same way. Good. Sounds fine.
All these shitting balls.
They got our
Goddamn
letters.
witness, man.
they got our letters, Tyler. They got.
Thing is, that's like it's not even like that balaclava that's foreskin is still in the game. They've just added a new balaclava.
Did you just say foreskin? Oh,
Fucking
foreskin. Foreskin.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's just do that for every single forced color item, though.
They kind of already did do that as well, didn't they? Like the hats that they've been having in the game.
Well, yeah, they had those from the beginning. You've got like you can have the red one or you can have the paint job one. Just that's actually for all of them, and that is the start of this because it's sort of like the face mask thing, you know, the beard thing.
And the balaclava, which one is that? Is that the really tight, weird one, or is it like the big one?
Oh god, I hope it's the big one.
The big one actually.
I don't care about the tight one.
The tight one looks weird.
Either way, Buzzco can now carry the oil extractor. That's good for solo escort duty. Added description to the ginger hair color.
Added description to ginger hair.
I
didn't notice there wasn't one.
Why would they not? Why would? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
With subtitles, make it more readable. Small visual tweaks on season challenges, milestone images, and the miner's manual menu background. Great. Increased pickup range on some carryables. I've never really had a problem with pickup range, but sure. Oh my god! What? This is huge. This Shard Diffractor gang rise up. Flip it to a burn/corroded no longer block shots while playing the death animation. This is one of the biggest problems with the Shard Diffractor when just like using it to like deal with crowds with direct damage, because the dying enemies will still block it, so you waste a lot of ammo.
I was thinking like I never really experienced this, and I realized like with the flamethrower and sludge pump, nothing really stops your shots anyway. Right?
No, exactly. But with the Shard Diffractor, this is big news, guys. This is big.
Big news.
That's cool. That's good. Orange border on the assignment description box is no longer in front of the mission indicator. What? I don't care. The dwarves will no longer think the harvester is an enemy. That's lovely.
Yeah, they added a bunch of these ones.
The hell? There's a drop cage and I'll kill any leeches on his way down. Great.
Fixed issues with mini meal, treasure crate, lost packet, and all supply pod, where they could end up in weird locations because of issues with logic of falling down when terrain is removed below them.
I haven't noticed that, but sure, fixes are good. Added leaf larva special beers to the trash compactor. Good.
Yeah.
They fixed a bunch of crashes. Okay. Right. Fixed letters, not. Yeah.
Fixed laser pointer shouts on Omen beams.
Oh, fixed Bosco's rockets.
Did not have a name. Laser pointer. They actually did quite a bit for the laser pointer.
Yeah. Oh my god.
A lot of bug fixes.
Yeah. Okay, that's a bug. Okay, that's actually everything for now. Damn. Yeah. So yeah, this was worth doing actually, obviously, because we got some good stuff out here with the rival content and the weapon changes. Absence of grenade balancing. I'm sure that will come soon. Don't worry, because there'll be. Oh god, I don't need to go that far up. There'll be constant patches in Experimental Branch over the next week. Obviously, not just yet, not quite yet. Either way, I think that's about 98% good, and only because I can't really tell exactly what they did to the GK2. You know, 99% good, and any bad will rear its head in time.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, exactly. That's a little bit confusing, but I think it's good. I think it's good.
Just kind of come out of nowhere. Same with the splatter. Well, do your secondaries rise up? I'm not sure that's how that works. Point is, yeah.
That's cool, man. And I hope you found this.
I'm kind of annoyed that we're gonna have to wait like 2 weeks, 3 weeks rather.
Yeah, 3 weeks. I hope you found this entertaining and informative, because that's what we strive for.
Was there sarcasm in that, Harry?
That's like the motto of the channel. Entertainment and information.
That's a very bad motto. But yeah, I mean, this was a bunch of words that give everyone joy somehow.
Words that give everyone
Thank you
joy.
for
We will. Well, no. So,
watching.
like I said, there'll be lots of more patches to the experimental branch, and I don't know exactly how we're gonna do that. I think if anything really big comes up, I might make a video on it. But apart from that, we'll cover it in a video next week. We'll go through everything.
Yeah, we did do a sum up last season.
Well, we'll do it on Thursday. I think it will be the
that,
podcast. Yeah. We'll just sort of review everything up to the point of launch, and look at patch notes in the podcast. Which, because I feel like we should do that. We're not going to do a podcast this week.
All right.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Right, cool. Any last words except goodbye? Because I got last words.
Hello.
Goodbye. Shut up. Like and subscribe.